The following is a true story. Some minor changes have been made because the actual event took place in a dimension beyond human comprehension.
And all in all, it was one of the best presentations I've seen this semester. A+ work from start to finish. I'm sure this is one student who's going to go far.
I'm glad to hear it.
We might as well start.
No reason to make the poor boy more nervous than he already is.
Are you ready?
Yeah,
It's time to start.
I'm coming. There's just one part of my presentation I don't have with me yet.
Do you want us to wait?
Oh no, my roommate is getting it. It should be here any second now. I hope.
Please relax. This is just an informal review.
You told me my grade depended on this.
Try not to think about it.
We've all read your thesis and supporting material.
All of it.
Actually, I must confess I haven't gotten to all of it yet, but I'm sure you can fill me in on anything I've missed.
I'll try my best.
Why don't we begin with a brief summary of your project?
All right. For my master's thesis, I elected to devise a self-sustaining and self-evolving matter-based ecosystem in a universe of 3 dimensions. And so I created the heavens and the earth.
Now that you've devised this planetary ecosystem, how do you feel about it?
Well, to be honest, I think it's good.
Could you be a little more specific?
Certainly. I think theirs has succeeded in every way I hoped it would. The amount of gravity is sufficient to keep things on the planet, and yet light enough to let trees grow tall and animals run and jump. The weather cycle, given its complexity, is quite efficient. Photosynthesis and oxidation balance each other effectively. All in all, I am proud to have the Earth.
Unless, of course, a human being blows it all up.
The human being?
Those are the 2-legged creatures with the smelly armpits.
Oh yes, we'll get to them later. Go on.
In designing the Earth, I considered aesthetics an essential aspect. I am fully aware I could have simplified the ecological chain. There's no vital need for zebras or kidney beans. But I wanted to create a planetary ecosystem not only efficient, but also beautiful and wondrous.
Kidney beans are beautiful and wondrous.
Maybe not in themselves, but without them there'd only be 2-bean salad.
It is very impressive how much diversity you've created from so few elements.
Thank you. It's the only way I could create a whole universe and stay within budget.
I'm most impressed with your creation of water.
I must admit, so am I. It may be one of the most efficient liquids any student has designed.
I like how when the temperature drops below freezing, you've designed it so that water falls as snowflakes instead of ice cubes.
Thanks. That took a lot of work.
Here's a most impressive statistic. Over 453 zillion snowflakes so far, and only 12 have been alike.
Thanks.
By the way, why did you have an ice age?
Well, well, to be honest, I screwed up.
Well, that happens. It was early in the term.
I think one of your major aesthetic accomplishments is the fish. I never thought there could be one type of creature with so many colorful variations. Why you even bothered with creatures that slither, crawl, and fly, I'm not sure.
Well, you have to
They're just
understand that.
adorable.
Thank you.
Of course I could do without catfish.
They're good scavengers.
They're ugly. Couldn't you give them a little silver stripe down their side or something?
Can we begin discussing the human being? It seems to me that everything else is insignificant.
Fish are not insignificant.
Granted, nevertheless, the human being does seem to be one of the determining factors in the eventual success or failure of the planet.
Good point. Let's examine the human being.
I consider the human being the crowning achievement of my universe.
You know what I like best about the human being?
What?
Their feet. Not only are feet durable and sophisticated in their design, they're very cute.
Thank you.
Could I save these?
Sure.
I have one question regarding the human being.
Yes.
Why did you make them so stupid?
That's a biased question.
All right, I'll rephrase it. Why didn't you make them smart?
I think they're smart. They've created great civilizations. They've developed magnificent tools and brilliant works of art. Their awareness of the universe is increasing exponentially.
Stop exaggerating. It took them centuries just to come up with the concept of the sandwich. How intelligent do you have to be to think of putting a piece of meat between 2 pieces of bread?
But look what else they've done. Look at their languages. Look at English. With only 26 letters, they've developed a body of literature with great power, feeling, and insight.
So, the creatures on one of the other students' planets managed to create a body of literature that's twice as profound and with only 17 letters. No wasted, inefficient letters like X or Q. Imagine inventing a letter you can only use if it's followed by a U. What was going on in their heads?
Still, any species that has produced William Shakespeare...
Isn't he the one who wrote, "What a piece of work is man, how noble in reason, how infinite in faculty"?
Yes.
What a bunch of self-serving rubbish.
You don't expect to be great just because you created one genius, do you?
Of course not. The species has also produced Socrates, Freud, Madame Curie, Gandhi, Darwin...
All of whom were resented, misunderstood, ostracized, or killed. This is how the human being treats its geniuses.
And what type of organism will let the Marx Brothers make only 13 movies? They were easily good for another dozen.
What I don't understand is, why are human beings so arrogant? They act as if they own the planet just because they're one step up from apes.
The humans do have much to be proud of.
If any creature has a reason to be arrogant, it's the cow.
I missed the second part.
This one animal spends all day doing nothing but eating grass. Then at the end of the day, she secretes a liquid which is not only nutritious, but can also become cheese and yogurt and butter and over 36 flavors of ice cream. Now, if cows aren't arrogant, why are humans? Granted, some of them secrete milk too, but you can't even make cottage cheese from it.
May I remind you, the human being is the sole creature capable of transforming milk into all those other products. Without the human being, the Earth would have been a mass of raw materials with unrealized potential.
Are you saying it's a better planet because of cheese doodles?
There's more to the picture than that.
From what I see, the rest of the planet would be just as well off if the human being did not exist.
Yes, but it appears they can barely manage their own lives, let alone the life of the planet.
Most of them, to quote one of their own, live lives of quiet desperation.
Except for New Yorkers, who seem quite vocal about it.
Why did you give these creatures domain over the planet?
Well, you see, it's...
Yes.
My roommate was supposed to transport a couple of human beings here so I could... It's very hard to understand them unless you meet them up close. They really are wondrous creatures.
Wondrous they may be, but do you honestly think they could run the planet as well as cows? You would never see Holsteins enslaving Guernseys because of the white cow's burden.
What do you mean go in there? Maybe they don't want to go in there.
Don't have a scene!
This is you causing the scene. Look, buddy, I don't know who you are, but I'll go in there when I'm good and ready.
Oh, good! Just in time. I am so glad you're finally here.
What's going?
Make yourselves at home.
Where are we?
Just sit. You're late.
Late? For what?
Relax. This won't take long. Please. I'd like to introduce two typical human beings, John and Mary Doe. They're not extraordinary in any way, which is exactly why I chose them. John and Mary live with their two children in Dayton, Ohio. John works as an urban planner, helping to prepare Dayton for the next century. Mary is a doctor specializing in internal medicine. Although their jobs show their dedication to their fellow humans, it is as parents that John and Mary feel their greatest responsibility. Their two children are sensitive and alive, and also excellent students. John and Mary have many hobbies. Mary plays a dulcimer, and John recycles aluminum. I am proud to put the destiny of Earth into average hands like these, John and Mary Doe.
We're not them.
You're not John and Mary Doe?
No, I'm John's brother, Harvey Doe. And this is my wife, Edna Doe.
Hi.
But I told my roommate to bring up...
They're on vacation. We're just house sitting for them.
Really? See how caring the human being is?
Well, John and Mary have cable. We don't.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes?
Who the hell are you, and why are we here?
Well, since you asked, my roommate teleported through a warp and dimensional barriers to Dayton, Ohio, where he realigned your molecules into a pure energetic code. Then, he teleported you here. After analyzing your cellular structure and DNA, he reatomized you into this dimension.
Yeah, I figured it was something like that.
You don't hope to gain information so you can destroy our planet, do you?
Oh, no.
Because we don't know a thing, honest.
I believe them.
this is just what, in our universe, is the equivalent of one of your universities. These are the professors in my department, and I am a student. You're just here as part of my project.
Oh yeah? And what's your project?
I created the heavens and the earth.
Wait a second. Are you telling us that you are...
I am who I am.
Sounds like him.
So, you mean the entire universe is just like a science fair project?
More or less.
Suddenly I feel so cheap.
So my professors are just asking a couple questions. It would really help my grade.
I worked my fingers to the bone and all I am is part of some nerd science project?
Go to hell!
Oh, don't worry. Nothing you say here will be held against you.
I don't care. With my luck, I could give the Pope CPR and I'd still go to hell.
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. These aren't the ones I wanted
But
to.
they are average human beings, aren't they?
I'm not sure they're as common as John and Mary.
Well, the other day my hairstylist called me one of the most common people she knew.
Well, Ben.
I really don't think these people are in any condition to be questioned.
That's too bad. I've got so many questions I'd like to ask them.
Go ahead. Waste your time. Ask about my life.
Actually, I think we bothered them enough.
I think this is a wonderful opportunity to gain some insight into the human condition.
But these aren't the ones I planned to.
Why don't you just sit and be quiet for a while?
But I don't think
Very quiet.
But if...
Sit. Now then, Harvey and Edna, why don't you tell us a little about yourselves?
Not much to say. We're just people. Ordinary people.
Harvey, what is your occupation?
You mean what did I used to do before a bunch of pea-brained morons laid me off?
Yes.
Well, for 14 years I worked on an assembly line. I got up every morning and drove 20 miles and spent 8 hours tightening nuts.
Why were you laid off?
Well, apparently, my entire division was replaced by a silicon chip.
I see.
Apparently, sand can do my job better than I can.
Have you tried to get help from your union?
Well, not yet, but I do plan to speak with my local union official as soon as he's paroled.
The guy was framed.
It's your brother.
He was doing a friend a little favor. If the government hadn't wiretapped that prostitute, nobody would have ever known.
Have the two, Harvey, have you considered changing careers?
Well, I've thought about becoming a truck driver, but amphetamines give me headaches.
I see.
I do have an interview next week at the toxic waste dump. They tell me garbage is a growth industry.
Edna, do you work?
Oh, yeah. I'm a directory assistance operator.
What's that?
Well, when people are too lazy or stupid to use their phone book, they call me, and I say, directory assistance, and then they tell me who they want to call. And I push this button, and the computer says, the number is 465-3912, or whatever the number is.
And how often each day do you do this?
900 times?
Are you concerned that this might eventually become boring?
It got boring after the fourth call.
Then why don't you change jobs?
Gee, I don't know. Most of life is boring, isn't it?
If I can just put this into the proper
Later,
perspective.
you'll get a chance. What? Sit.
Do the two of you have any children?
Oh, yes, Michael, who's 16, and Wendy, who's just about 13.
Can you describe them?
They're just wonderful.
Harvey?
They're pips.
Are they good students?
They're okay.
What do they excel at?
Anything.
Michael was just made group leader at his drug rehabilitation center.
Does Wendy take drugs?
Oh, no, never.
Oh, she just spends all day in the bathroom dyeing her hair unnatural colors.
Some of which are very creative.
Yeah, like one day her head's going to end up in an art gallery.
She's going through a rough time. She still hasn't gotten over the shock of, you know.
Not to question your ways or nothing, but couldn't you have thought of something better than puberty?
No, not really. I tried.
Harvey!
Well, he's supposed to be all-knowing and all-powerful, and he can't even make their teeth grow in straight. Do you know how much that cost me?
Harvey! We're supposed to be representing the entire human race!
I think you're doing a splendid splendid job.
If I can... I know. Sit.
Harvey and Edna, what would you say has been the best moment of your lives?
Oh, that's easy. It was the day Harvey proposed to me. It was the first nice day of spring, and we were having a picnic in the park, and I had made chicken salad sandwiches, and macaroni salad, and potato salad, and carrot raisin salad,
Didn't
and...
Harvey make anything?
I think I picked up a six-pack.
No, you were going to, but since I had to go back to the store to get more mayonnaise, you decided to let me pick it up for you.
Why couldn't Harvey purchase the mayonnaise when he went out to buy the six-pack?
Anyway, so we were having this picnic, and when we got done eating, I remember Harvey wiped my mouth with his napkin, and I wiped his mouth with mine.
It's this thing we do.
And I remember Harvey looked me right in my eye and said, "Let's make it legal." And I thought, this man knows what I want.
And was that day the best moment of your life too, Harvey?
Yeah, of course.
You don't have to lie to them. You told me what you thought was the best.
Well, the day I proposed was one of the best.
What was the best?
Well, okay, it was this day last summer, and it was a really lousy day. I mean, 100% sucko lousy.
Sucko?
A colloquial adjective derived from the verb suck.
The important thing was the day stunk. It was maybe 100 degrees out, maybe 100% humidity. And it was even worse in the house because all of our air conditioners had just been repossessed. And then the mail came, and it was all bills, big bills. And I got so upset I didn't know what to do. So I turned on the TV, but we always get lousy reception, and this day there were so many ghosts on the tube, I couldn't tell what was going on. I got so upset I threw a shoe at the TV. It didn't break, whatever. And then I just left the house and went out into the backyard.
And that was the best moment of your life.
I'm getting to it. So I'm on my way to, I hate being interrupted. I'm on my way to the backyard, and I stopped in the kitchen to get myself a beer. Now, I don't know if any of you guys are beer drinkers. I guess not. Usually, when you drink a beer, it's either too cold, or it's not cold enough, or it's got too much foam, or it's just a lousy brand. And you still drink it because that's what life's about. Accepting the beer you're given. It's nothing you get enthused about. This beer, it was delicious. I can still remember sitting in my backyard thinking, I'm broke, I'm unemployed, I have lousy reception. But this moment is perfect.
I really must interrupt.
I told you.
But I don't think it's fair to judge the entire human race on such a limited sample.
Hey, take a little responsibility for your own actions, why don't you?
Oh, we're going to hell. I just know it.
Said we could say what we want.
Yes, but we don't know if he's going to be loving and forgiving or righteous and vindictive.
Why do you insist upon giving me human qualities? It's quite a projection.
Hey, you created us.
But I gave you free will.
Oh, that's it. Pass the buck.
I am not passing the buck.
You and your free will, what good is it, huh? I exert my free will all over the place, and all it does is get me thrown out of restaurants.
But I gave you choices.
Yeah, like being able to vote for a president and making all the candidates jerks.
There's more to it than that.
If I really had free will, do you think this is the life I would have free will?
Maybe it is.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, if you designed me so I'd make a free will choice in this life, then you're really sick.
Harvey! Could have made better choices.
I can't afford better choices. My credit card's already up to the limit.
Excuse me.
Harvey, please.
Well, it's like everything that's great about life, he's supposed to get credit for. And everything that's lousy is supposed to be our fault. It's not fair.
Harvey!
It's just not fair.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, but our time is almost over.
If I may, we have one final question.
Go ahead, Professor.
Do you think the world is getting better or worse?
Oh, worse.
Much worse. Everyone knows that.
Then why do you keep on living?
What do you mean?
Your life's vary in quality from boring to dismal. Your future holds no promise. Why do you keep living?
Well, I just dropped 10 pounds. I'm not going to die now.
Yeah.
And this is why you keep living.
Well, we've got to stick around for our kids.
Yeah.
After all, if it weren't for us, who would be their role models?
I think you just blew it.
They're good kids!
I know, they're great kids, but you can't tell that by looking at them.
They're gonna be fine eventually. They're just going through a difficult phase.
Yeah, it's called life.
I still don't understand. With your attitude, why do you keep on living?
Hey, if you're suggesting I drop dead, forget it. It'd make too many people happy.
There are things in life to look forward to. Special things. Little things that make life worth living.
Name 3.
Well, on Thursday, the newspaper has double discount coupons. And on weekends, we both get to sleep in late. And about every 6 months, I'll give out a number and someone will say thank you. Like they really mean it.
Don't you think those are rather trivial things?
So, I lead a rather trivial life. I know it.
I don't think you guys realize how hard it is being a human being.
Is it difficult?
You bet it is.
You never feel like you have enough brains.
And you keep getting these impulses, these urges that make no sense whatsoever.
Your kids look to you for answers and you can't think of anything. So you end up giving them the same stupid answers your parents gave you.
When I think that there are people dumber than I am, I get scared. So why'd you do it?
Do what?
Well, why'd you make us so messed up?
You're missing the point. I didn't create human beings so that each one would work perfectly. I created human beings so that humanity as a whole would work perfectly.
But humanity as a whole doesn't work perfectly.
It doesn't work perfectly at all. And we have it better than most people.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. Most people, if they get through childhood without dying of disease or hunger, all they've got left is a life of pain, misery, and injustice.
But I gave human beings all the resources they need. Why, I gave you the ingredients for paradise.
Oh, you're a real tease, you know that?
What do you mean?
You made the world so wonderful and our lives so difficult. I mean, maybe we're not the best examples of human beings, but we're trying as hard as we can, and we want to be decent people, and we want our kids to turn out right, and we're trying so hard. It's just, you know what it's like to know that you're doing your best and that your life still stinks?
Good work, buddy. Come on now, don't cry. You do okay.
I do not.
You do too. You're a good wife, you're a good mother, and you're one of the best damn directory assistance operators in Dayton.
You really think so?
Hey, as far as I'm concerned, anyone who needs a number and calls you is a lucky man.
Oh, thanks.
And if our kids turn out okay,
If?
and when our kids turn out okay, it'll all be because of you.
Well, you had a lot to do with it.
I hope they don't end up like me at all. That's my hope for the future.
I think we're ready to decide your grade.
But all human beings aren't like this. If only you'd met John and Mary.
Of course, show off a couple of bozos you made life easy on.
I gave them the exact same universe I gave you.
You sound like my dad sometimes. You know that?
But John and Mary have done so much with their lives.
John is the biggest butt kisser in Dayton.
He is not.
Oh, yes, he is. Even when he goes to church, it's not to pray. He just wants to suck up to you.
I see.
And Mary's worse.
Is she, Edna?
Do I have to be honest?
We'd appreciate it.
Well then, Mary, who, for the record, no longer has the nose you gave her. I mean, she may spend all day healing people, but have you ever tried to just sit down and have a nice conversation with her? I cured so many people today, Edna. Of course, not as many as you gave phone numbers to.
And they're great people, all right. I'm sure they would have given you all the answers you wanted.
Yeah, and for the rest of our lives, they would have bored us at dinner parties saying, we help the Almighty get an A.
Can I just say one thing on my behalf?
Go ahead. This is your chance.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Please.
We're listening.
Well, they looked so good on paper.
Thank you. We'll caucus now to decide your final grade.
They decide right on the spot?
Yes.
What degree are you going for, anyway?
My MU,
MU?
Master of the Universe.
You have to consider the exquisite beauty of their design.
But they're not practical.
Can I ask you a question about the universe that has troubled me since I was a kid?
Sure.
Well, how come there's maple walnut ice cream and butter pecan ice cream instead of maple pecan and butter walnut?
I don't think I can answer that one.
Nobody can.
have survived for thousands and thousands of years.
They have such nice feet.
Their feet are indeed nice. From the ankles up, they make me nervous.
Still, their genetic engineering is most advanced.
And they're also biodegradable.
This is gonna make some story to tell our friends.
Oh, I'm afraid once you're teleported back to Earth, you won't remember a thing.
Oh well, there goes the movie sale.
And I already had picked out what I was going to wear on all the talk shows.
Let's face it, we're gonna have to spend the rest of our lives as average people.
Darn.
Yes, yes, yes. There is much that is wrong with the project. I still don't think it's fair to call the student an underachiever.
I don't know why he created them. They serve no useful purpose.
Maybe they're not perfect, but there's something so beautiful and special about them.
Is it okay if I take my slippers off?
Sure.
Your bunion's acting up again.
Yes.
You gotta stop buying those teeny shoes. You don't got teeny feet.
I buy shoes the right size.
No, you don't. You keep insisting your feet are smaller than they are. That's why they're always in such lousy shape.
I'm changing my grade.
Nothing.
We've decided to grade. There is much that is commendable about your project, both in Earth's evolutionary ability and in its astonishing variety of beauty. The human being is wondrous and fascinating. Nevertheless, the four of us agree that the human being's design is tragically flawed. Look at them. They're so scared and confused by their own drives. What good are all their noble qualities when by adulthood, most of them have developed a grudge against life itself? I'm afraid we're going to have to give you a C+.
A C+! A C+!
I'm sorry.
Wait a second. We do not live in a C+ universe.
It's at least a B.
I created fruits and vegetables, and birds that fly, and fish that swim, and artists and athletes, and thinkers and leaders, and all I get is a C+. I gave this project everything I had, everything.
Some of us felt the grade was generous.
All I can say is it's real easy to sit back and judge. Real easy. How do you guys know you're not just part of somebody else's science project, huh? I bet right now some higher being is giving your entire dimension a D.
I don't understand. After all your complaints.
So I was in a bad mood. You got us at a bad time.
I don't see why they go on living. I really don't.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
Well, things could get better. That's why.
That's right, things could always get better.
And what makes you say that?
Tell him.
I have no idea. I guess we were just designed that way. I guess when push comes to shove, we were just designed to have faith.
See, he's not as big a jerk as you think he is.
I'm sorry. The grade is final.
You want my advice? Next time, don't make them in your own image. Very narcissistic.
Take care of your feet. And always treat cows with respect.
Now, don't be too hard on yourself. You did your best.
That's what makes it even more depressing.
It's only a universe. It'll pass.
I'm sorry if we blew your grade.
It's my fault. I never should have goofed off on the 7th day.
If it means anything, we are glad that you created us.
Are you? Are you, Harvey?
Well, all in all, when you think about it, I mean, life's not that bad. Once you get over the disappointment that it stinks.
I'll remember that.
So you want to grab a brew?
I think I better have you teleported back to Earth.
Oh yeah, well sure.
By the way, if there is such a thing think it's reincarnation?
I really can't discuss such things.
Well, you don't have to tell me. But if there is such a thing, could you bring me back as a bunny rabbit? Everyone loves bunny rabbits.
And could you bring me back as an eagle?
An eagle?
Yeah, just once. I'd like to be able to fly real high on my own power. Real high, so I could look down and get a clear view of the whole shebang.
That's a very nice desire, Harvey.
Yeah, well, I got my moments.
Shall we go?
Okay.
After you. I think it's good.
You're gonna get an A, and you're gonna thank me.
No, I should have slept.
I told you, a little sleep is worse than no sleep.
For you, maybe. I mean, you do this all the time. I shouldn't have done it. I should have taken my phone off the hook.
Look, you did the right thing.
It didn't work. I can't remember anything.
Yes, you do.
I don't. I have to study some more.
Relax.
I can't. Saladin, a Muslim sultan of Egypt in the 12th century. His name means keeper of the faith. He grew up in lower Mesopotamia.
Stop it. Look, it's too late to study now. You either know it or you don't. Best thing to do now is just relax.
I can't. I don't remember anything. You know what I learned last night? I learned that the Battle of Hastings was in 1066, and I learned that Thomas Edison's middle name was Alva. That's it. That's all I know. If I was asked, when was the Battle of Hastings? I can say the Battle of Hastings was in 1066. And if they ask, what was Thomas Edison's middle name? I can say Alva. Other than that, I'm completely sunk.
No, you're not.
Evan wouldn't have done this.
What does Evan have to do with this?
He has the best grades in the class, and he wasn't up all night.
Who cares?
He's gonna get a better grade than I am, and he didn't have you calling saying, are you still awake? Yes, Lois, I am still awake. I'm still awake, Grace. I'm still... I'm sorry. It's that caffeine. It makes me nervous.
I know.
I lose my concentration.
Me too.
I lose my concentration.
Don't worry.
I have to study some more.
No. Trust me. Just close your eyes and relax. Think about something else. Are you thinking about something else?
Yes.
This is a pen.
A what?
A pen.
Oh, a pen. This is a pen. A what? A pen. Oh, a shoe. This is a shoe. A what? A shoe. Oh, a spoon. This is a spoon. A what? A spoon. Oh, a match. This is a match. A what? A match. Oh, a coin. This is a coin. A what? A coin. Oh, a coin. This is a coin. A what? A coin. Oh, a watch. This is a watch. A what? A watch. Oh, a watch.
What's the matter?
Oh, it's that drum exercise we did yesterday.
What about it?
That's what I'm thinking about.
Oh.
It's stuck.
What do you mean it's stuck?
It's stuck in my head.
Well, think about something else.
I can't.
This is a bell.
Good morning. I hope you're all well rested and ready to go. I know I am. There are a couple of things I'd like you to keep in mind while you take this test. First of all, you really shouldn't think of it as a test. It is a test, of course, but it's also quite a bit more. Alan, are you all right?
Fine.
Good. As I was saying, keep in mind that this isn't only a test. This is your midterm. How you do today, this morning, will determine to a large extent how you do for the rest of this course. And of course, how you do in this class has a major impact on your overall grade point, which is a large factor in determining what, if any, colleges you might be accepted into. It might help if you didn't think of this as a test so much as you think of it as your future. Your future in 58 minutes. Are there any last minute questions? Chris.
What was Thomas Edison's middle name?
Alva, but don't worry, that's not on the test. Is there anything else? All right, then, let's get started. Think carefully about each question and be sure not to leave anything blank. All the questions come right off the review sheet, so if you study them, you'll do fine.
Review sheets?
Yes. These. Didn't you get them?
No.
Well, I handed them out last Monday. Were you here?
Of course.
That's strange. Everyone who did get the review sheets raise their hands. That's a shame, Alan. They might have helped you. Do your best. I'm sure you'll do fine. Is everyone ready? You now have 57 minutes to take this test. Begin.
Section 1, multiple choice. Question 1. In what year was the Battle of Hastings? A, 1062.
No.
B, 1063.
Nope.
C, 1064.
No.
D, 1065.
No.
E, 1067.
Wait. What happened to 1066?
Mr. Williams, may I have another blue book, please?
Of course.
Where is 1066?
Chris,
How much time do we have left?
56 minutes.
What happened to 1066?
Is there a problem, Alan?
No. It's just, I can't answer the first multiple choice question.
That shouldn't be a problem. It's not worth much, is it?
5 points.
No.
Well, why don't you just go on to something that you do know?
But that was all I knew.
Really? Did you study?
Yes, I studied all night.
Did you study efficiently?
Yes, I did. I even made a list of all the things I needed to study.
This is a desk.
Oh, what?
This desk is a
Oh,
mess.
what's that?
I can't work in a mess like this. I'll just clean everything up and then I'll be ready to go.
This is a phone.
A what?
Oh, hi, Lois.
Oh,
No, I haven't started yet. I had to clean my room.
This is a book.
A what?
A book.
Flowers of Northern Michigan. Wow, this is really interesting. I'll get started in just a minute.
This is a phone.
A what?
Oh, hi, Lois. I haven't done a whole lot.
This is a morgue.
A what?
A morgue.
And Mindy, my favorite show.
A what?
What's it doing on at 2 in the morning?
A morgue.
Oh, I'll just watch it for a quick study break.
Oh, a morgue.
This is a phone.
A what?
Hi, Lois.
Oh, a phone.
How's my studying going?
This is a lie.
Great.
A what?
It's going just great.
A lie.
A what?
Study, study, study.
A lie.
I'll see you in a few hours.
Oh, a lie.
It's 5 in the morning.
This is the pits.
The what?
The pits.
Alan.
Oh, the pit.
Alan, this is a test. You seem to be daydreaming. Don't you think you should be writing something?
Yeah. The first question threw me a bit is all.
Glad to hear it. Chris,
How much time do we have left?
53 minutes.
All right. Concentrate and remember, it could be worse. Sometimes caffeine just doesn't confuse me. Sometimes it makes me paranoid.
Alan.
Yeah, hi. I was just curious about something that I forgot to ask earlier.
Yes?
Is this test gonna be graded on a curve?
Yes, of course. The better everyone else does, the worse you'll do.
Thank you.
Question, Alan?
No!
There's nothing you want to ask me or anybody else?
No!
I'm sure I don't have to remind anybody here that we're all on our honor. Not that it makes any sense to cheat anyway, because when you think about it, when you really think about it, who are you really hurting when you cheat?
You're only really hurting yourself, sir.
That's right, Chris. You're really only hurting yourself. I'm glad you feel that way. Now everybody back to work. Well, I see we can't all keep our eyes on our own papers, can we, Mr. Lemon?
What?
Eyes on your own paper, Alan. I don't want to have to speak to you again.
No, sir. All right, concentrate. Concentrate. Just go on to the next section.
Section 2. True or false?
Yes, this is much more my speed.
Question 1. Explain the nature of the universe.
Wait, that's not true or false.
Explain the nature of the universe.
I don't know. Next question.
Athens.
What?
Athens.
Athens. Athens. False. Athens is false.
Renaissance.
True.
Geometry.
True.
Thomas Edison.
False.
112.
True.
Athletic ability.
False.
Biceps.
False.
Social life.
False. Hey, this isn't so hard. Wait a minute. I have a social life. I've had dates. Had a date.
This is a date.
A what?
A date.
Oh, a date.
This is a girl.
A what?
A girl.
Oh, a girl.
This is a zip.
A what?
Oh,
Zip.
why?
Oh,
Why always
zip.
before a date?
This is a dance.
A
Oh,
what?
I hate dancing.
Oh,
I'm
a
a
dance.
terrible dancer.
This is a hand.
A what?
A hand.
Does her hand always
Oh,
have
a
to
hand.
sweat this much?
This is a kiss.
A what?
Stop it. This is
Oh,
so
a
embarrassing.
This is a kiss.
A what?
Still the same
Oh, a
kiss?
kiss.
This is a kiss.
A what?
Look, I'm a little over my
Oh, a
head
kiss.
here.
This is a breast.
What? Put that away! I don't know what to do with it.
This is a thing.
I did not faint. I just
Oh.
passed out momentarily.
This is his heart.
His what?
Go ahead, break my heart. It's only flesh.
Alan?
Yeah?
Are you all right?
Fine. All right. Concentrate. Think hard.
Chris.
How much time do I have left?
Would you stop that? Some of us are trying to concentrate here. It's almost impossible if you guys are given the time every 5 minutes.
Alan, what is the matter with you?
I don't know. That's not really like me, is it?
Not at all.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I don't know what came over me. What was it you wanted to know?
How much time do we have left?
9 minutes.
What? Already?
Yes.
What happened in the last 45 minutes?
They passed.
Are you sure?
Lois, how much time do we have left?
8 minutes.
Is everyone almost finished?
I got one question left.
How much more do you have to do, Alan?
Little bit.
Oh, hello, Evan.
Hey, Teach. Sorry I'm late. I was at practice.
No problem. Here's the test. I'll tell you what. You don't really have time to take it, so why don't you just look it over and see how you would have done.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I know, but it's second to last one.
Which one? Oh, here. I'll show you.
Uh-huh. Yeah. All right. That's pretty much what I would have put.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
Is it really?
Yeah.
All right then, nicely done, 100%. I'll see you in class tomorrow.
Wait a minute!
Alan?
That's not fair.
I beg your pardon?
He didn't answer any of the questions.
Well, he knew the answers.
That's what he told you.
Are you doubting the word of a fellow classmate?
Well...
Besides, it doesn't really matter what Evan gets on his tests anymore.
Why not?
Because he was recently admitted to the college of his choice.
You were?
Yeah, early decision.
To where?
Majestica University. I believe that's the college you were going to apply to, wasn't it, Alan?
How could they have let him in already?
Alan, do I detect within you the green and withering voice of envy? No.
Well, yes, I mean, I'm happy for you and all, but it just seems so early.
Evan has worked hard and this is his reward. Now, I don't want to hear another word about it.
But it's only October.
Not another word.
But we're only sophomores.
I don't want to hear it back.
He's only a sophomore and he's already in the Majestica? I'll never get in there. I'm not a good student or a good athlete. And I'm funny looking.
This is his face.
His what?
His face.
Oh, his face.
This is his nose.
His what?
His nose.
Oh, his nose.
These are his ears.
His what?
His ears.
Oh, his ears.
This is his hair.
His what?
His hair.
Oh, his hair.
This is his skin.
His what?
His skin.
Remember, how you do today can affect your entire future.
My future?
This is your life.
My future?
Your life.
Your what?
Your job.
Oh, your job.
This is your town.
Your what? Oh, your town.
This is your wife.
Mr. Williams, may I have 2 more blue books, please?
Of course.
It's true. My future is bleak. I'm a terrible student and everybody knows it. I'm not an athlete. I don't debate or play chess. All my library books are overdue. I'm funny looking. I don't have any friends. I'm an orphan. Okay, well, I have parents, but they probably don't like me very much. I mean, I wouldn't either. Wait a minute, snap out of it. You have plenty of fine redeeming qualities. What about my singing? Just last week, Mrs. Mandel said that my voice had great potential. With a little training, she said, you could have been a very fine tenor. Those are her exact words, a very fine tenor. I can always remember, no matter what happens, I always have my singing just to make me a little bit special. Mr. Williams!
Yes, Pat?
Mr. Williams!
Class?
May we have another blue? May we have another blue? May we have another blue book, please?
Well, of course you may. That was lovely. Thank you very much. And I'll tell you what, just for singing, I'm going to give you 10 points extra credit.
All right. Concentrate. Go on to the next question.
Question 4. Essay question. 30 points.
Oh, no.
Opinion essay.
Opinion essay. This is a breeze.
This is a breeze.
This is a sneeze.
This is a cheese.
This is Chinese.
Stop it! Oh, no. Oh no, Mr. Williams?
Yes.
This essay question.
What about it?
It's in Chinese.
Yes.
I don't speak Chinese.
Why is that?
I speak English.
Why don't you speak Chinese?
I've never learned it.
Never?
No!
This may be something to bring up with the attendance committee.
Attendance? I'm never absent, you know that.
Oh? What about last Tuesday?
Tuesday! Oh, that's right. I had a dental appointment Tuesday. I missed this period.
I thought so. We learned Chinese on Tuesday.
The only day I ever missed.
I'm sorry, Alan, but you know the policy on making up classwork? All students are responsible for all work missed for any reason, including medical emergencies, family vacations, and dental appointments. I'm very sorry about that, Alan. Or should I say, Ning Chuk Nung Quo, Alan?
Ni hao fan Shen Geek.
Dao. Naima.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening. This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare.
Alan! Alan! Alan!
Mom,
You were dreaming.
was I?
You fell asleep at your desk.
I guess you're right.
What were you dreaming about?
Oh, it's dumb. I was taking this test and I didn't know any of the answers.
Son, you worry too much.
Yeah.
Are you still studying for that test tomorrow?
Uh-huh.
Can't believe how hard you've been working.
It's gonna be a hard test and I don't know the stuff at all.
You always say that and you always do fine.
Yeah.
Don't you have the best grades in the class?
I don't know.
Alan!
I guess, but Evan is pretty close.
Don't worry about it. Just do your best. That's all we ask. And besides,
What?
I have a surprise for you downstairs.
Cookies.
And something else.
What is it?
It's downstairs.
What?
An envelope.
From who?
Majestica University.
Yeah?
It's an awfully thick envelope.
Really?
Ah, congratulations! You got in, and we're very proud of you.
Thanks.
Now, how about those cookies?
How about some answers, Alan? You'd better stop daydreaming if you want to have a chance of passing this.
Oh no.
What's the matter now?
I'm almost done with the test and I haven't answered any of the questions.
Have you tried all the questions?
No, I skipped some of them.
Why don't you go back and look at the ones that you skipped?
All right.
Section 1, multiple choice. Question 2. Which of the following students is most likely to be accepted into Majestica University? A. Lois Bland. B. Elizabeth Zimmerman. C. Carla O'Neill. D. Anthony Montague. E. Alan Leffenfeld.
I don't know. Elizabeth is pretty smart, but her grades aren't as good as Carla's. They're a little better than mine.
Hint, it's not Alan Leffenfeld.
Next question.
Question 3. Which of Alan Leffenfeld's shortcomings do you find most annoying? A. The way he shuffles when he walks. B. His poor posture. C. His bad breath. D. His irritating laugh. E. His sloppy attire. F. His whiny little voice. G. His bizarre sense of humor. H. His dismal standardized test scores. I. The extremely embarrassing personal problem which Alan confided to the school counselor, Mrs. Fiddlemeyer. Parentheses. Who is a bit of a gossip but a wonderful cook.
I hate this! I hate this test!
What's the matter now, Alan?
I object to the third multiple choice question.
Me too.
I do too.
It's biased and it's mean.
And it's too hard. Look, I can't pick just one of these.
And furthermore, it's subjective.
And incomplete.
This must be just a partialist.
All right, calm down. I'll tell you what, let's strike the question, and to keep the number of points the same, why don't we say that question 19 is worth twice as much now, okay?
Question 19. 10 por uno. 20 points. Who was Saladin?
Yes!
What did his name mean?
Finally!
Where was he born?
Thank you! Kai Fu Len He.
Wait!
Kai Fu Len He, which translated means what, Oates?
Time's up. Kai Fu Len He.
I didn't want to tell you all this earlier because I didn't want to make you nervous, but I've decided it's too much work for me to make up these tests all the time, so instead of counting this as your midterm, I'm going to count it as your final, which means whatever you did in this class today will determine your grade for the rest of the semester and probably for the rest of the year. It's just too much work for me to have to sit down and make up these
This
tests.
concludes our test of your emergency information retrieval system. The teachers in your area in volunteer cooperation with parents, the school board, and local authorities have combined to bring you this test. We now resume our regularly scheduled life.
This is the end.
Born